To help broaden our discussion of the sculptor Praxiteles, here's another of his works. This is a statue known as Apollo Sauroktonos, or Apollo the Lizard Slayer, and you can see the lizard on the tree there. Now, like with all of Praxiteles' statues, these humanised gods also retain an element of divinity. And whilst Apollo looks quite relaxed and playful, perhaps, looking at the lizard, some scholars even say he's perhaps playing with it, it reminds us that he will eventually go on to slay the python at Delphi and become patron god of that very, very important pan-Hellenic Greek sanctuary. Now, for the humanised elements of this statue, well, of course, first of all, Apollo looks very youthful, a lot younger than he does standing at the centre of the apex of the west pediment on the Temple of Zeus at Olympia. He's got those softer, smoother muscles that we saw on Hermes and Dionysus, rather than the exaggerated ones of the early and high classical period. He's also got that longer, leaner body with the 1:8 head to body ratio, making him look more elegant. And the dreamy expression too makes him look much more approachable than the severe look, again, of those previous periods. Now, like Hermes and Dionysus and some of Praxiteles' other works that we'll have a look at, he also borrows elements from Polykleitos. So again, you should be able to see the trailing foot and the contrapposto with the tilted hips and tilted shoulders in opposite directions. We can also see some of the typical Praxitelean features of this statue. So, like Hermes and Dionysus, the support is part of the story. The tree trunk is the home of the lizard. And even though this statue was originally bronze, you can see that it's able to work just as well in the marble because of this element. On top of that, we've got this exaggeration of contrapposto. So the raised arm creates what is known as the S-bend, which makes the statue look a lot more kind of sensual and relaxed than previous statues. So overall, it's a really good one just to broaden your discussion of Praxiteles, pointing out the innovations, pointing out the way in which he humanises the gods, and showing an example of a bronze statue, because of course this sculptor could work in both, shown by the marble with Hermes and Dionysus.